It is only mid-May, and we're already on our way to a big wildfire year in Utah. Today, one large fire is more than 1,000 acres and growing in Millard County. To put that in context, at this same point last year, Utah had barely 600 acres of large fire activity. And 2025 went on to become one of the worst wildfire seasons in recent memory. More than 159,000 acres burned before it was over. Now, the early numbers matter because they set the table for what is coming. And looking back at the last 5 years, the pattern is striking. 2023 was genuinely quiet, less than 18,000 acres for the entire year, thanks to a historically large snowpack. But 2024 turned active fast, and 2025 was dominated by 2 fires alone, Monroe Canyon and France Canyon, which together burned more than 100,000 acres on national forest land in a matter of weeks. And that brings us to who's actually managing the land when and where these fires ignite. There are 3 primary agencies: the U.S. Forest Service, the Bureau of Land Management, and the state of Utah, which has jurisdiction over a large collection of state, local, and privately owned lands. And they all cooperate. In the last full 5 years on record, U.S. Forest Service land has accounted for nearly 2/3 of all acres burned in Utah. So why is that a big deal? Because the Forest Service manages only about 8.2 million acres here. The Bureau of Land Management controls nearly 23 million acres, almost 3 times as much. But BLM land tends to be more scrubby without so much dense vegetation, so it only accounts for 18% of fire acreage. And that gap raises questions about fuel conditions and what tends to be threatened. A family cabin in the mountains is endangered more than a desert getaway. Same with campgrounds. And fires get big where fuels are big and dense and dry. So fire season in Utah is just getting started, and we'll watch if these trends continue.